In the previous video, we have discussed how to do or how to make a frequency distribution table. Okay, so we have to solve for the CI using the C computed. Then we have to compute for the frequency by counting how many are there in the given data. For a given set of CI, we count the frequency. And then we have the TCB where we subtract 0.5 to the lower limit and then we add 0.5 also to the upper limit. And then for the CM, lower limit plus higher limit divided by 2. Okay, so that's how we got that one. Then plus 3 all the way. And for the lesser than CF, we get the first frequency, which is 4, and then we add the corresponding frequency, okay, for us to get the given value. And then the last number should be the computed number of observation. Okay, then the greater than CF, the first number should be the number of observation, which is 50. Then after that one, we subtract it from the corresponding frequency down below. So 50 minus 6 there, and then continue it in there. So for this video, we are going to discuss how to solve for the mean, median, and mode of a given group data. Last time we discussed the ungrouped data. Now we are going to discuss the group data. So let's go first for the mean. Okay, so here's the formula. The summation of frequency times CM divided by N. Okay, so how are we going to do that one? So using this data, this is our frequency distribution table. Frequencies are these ones, and then the CMs are these ones. So how are we going to do that? 4 times 6 plus 6 times 9 plus 9 times 12 plus 6 times 15 plus 10 times 18 plus 3 times 21 plus 3 times 24 plus 6 times 27 and then plus 3 times 30. Whatever the result, we divide it by N, which is 50. So in presentation, this one. Okay, 4 times 6, 6 times 9, and then so on until the end, 3 times 30 divided by 50. Okay, then using calculator, we have then 843 divided by 50, which is 16.86. So the mean of that one of the data is 16.86. Now we have to interpret this. 16.86 is the average midterm score of the 50 students. That is how we are going to get the mean of a group data. Unlike the ungrouped data, all you have to do is add, then divide. In here, you have to multiply first the frequency and CM, and then after that one, we divide it now to N. Next one is the median. We discussed that the median is from the word middle. Okay, so we have to find the middle. So how are we going to find the middle? The median CI is 14 to 16, since this is the CI which contains 50 divided by 2 as indicated in the less than CF. So let's have the table there. Okay, so 50 divided by 2 is 25. So how did we arrive to 14 to 16? 4 plus 6, 10. 10 plus 9, 19. 9 plus 19 plus 6, 25. Okay, so that is our median. So 14 to 16. Okay, so let's have this 14 to 16 as our median. Now, our data will be coming from this one using this kind of formula. The lower median plus C. We computed C last time, which is 3. Then n over 2 minus the frequency before, less than frequency before, and then frequency of the median. So all we have to do is substitute. So where did we get 13.5? Lower median, so 13.5, this one. Okay, plus 3, which is the C that we have computed last time. N is 50 divided by 2 minus 19. So where did we get this 19? This is our data. And then the frequency before our data, which is 19, that one. Okay, so that is the 19. How did we get 6? That is the frequency of the median, which is this one. That is the frequency of our median. Okay, now after substituting, just use calculator. We have 13.5 plus this one, which is 3, equals 16.50. Okay, how did we do this? 50 divided by 2, 25. 25 minus 19, 6. 6 divided by 6, 1. 1 times 3, 3. That's why there's 3 there. Okay, so that is 16.50. So how are we going to interpret this? Thus, half of the students got scores lower than 16.50 and the other half got higher than 16.50. Remember that our definition for the median is half of the observation is higher than the median, and then half also is lower than the median. So that is for the median. Next is the mode. Okay, so for the mode, we know that if we're talking about mode, the number that appears most frequent. So let's go to the frequency. So our highest value is 10. Therefore, our modal class belongs here. Okay? So we have here, this is our modal class because of this 10, which is the highest. Okay? Then our formula, lower mode plus C times the frequency of the mode minus the frequency before divided by 2 times the frequency of the mode minus frequency before minus frequency after. So how are we going to determine those? Okay, so since this is our data, our lower modal is 16.5 plus the computed C last time, which is 3. Okay, then where did we get this 10? Okay, that is the frequency of our mode. So this is the frequency of our mode. Then the frequency before, since this is our mode, the frequency before is this 6 there. Okay, that one divided by 2. 2 is constant, so that is 2 times 10. Okay, the frequency of the mode minus frequency before, which is 6, and then minus frequency after. So what is our frequency after 10? That is 3. Okay, so that's how we are going to substitute. And then, okay, using your calculator, you will get this answer, 17.59. So what's the meaning of this data? Thus, most of the students got scores close to 17.59. So that's how we're going to interpret the group data for the mode. We have one more example. So let's try making the frequency distribution table of this and then answer. Given the prelim grades of 40 criminology students in mathematics, construct the frequency distribution table. So these are the grades. So 40. So our first step again, we have to compute for the range. What's the formula for range? Highest value minus the lowest value. So from here, what is our highest value? The highest value here is 93. Okay. Okay, and our lowest number is 76. So 93 minus 76 is 17. Next, after computing for the range, we compute for K. What is our formula for K? K is equal to the square root of the total observation. So K is equal to the square root of 40, which is 6. Next, we have to compute now for C. C is equal to R divided by K. So, 17 divided by 6 is 2.83 or 3. Why 3? 3 is the nearest odd number. Okay, so we have here the data. So let's go first for the CI. First thing first that we have to do, we have to find the smallest number. A while ago in solving for the range, we know that the lowest number is 76. And our C is equal to 3 as computed a while ago. Okay, so 76, 77, 78. Okay? Okay, 76, 77, 78. Next one is 79, 80, 81. And then do that also to the others, you'll have the same. 82 to 84, 85 to 87, 88 to 90, 91 to 93. Now let's go for the frequency. Frequency, we're going to count how many CI do we have for the frequency. So 76, 77, 78. So let's start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6. Okay. Next one, 79, 80, 81. We are going to count them. 79, 80, 81. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10. You may pause the video and count them. Okay, so upon counting, we have then 82 to 84 is 13, 85 to 87 is 4, 88 to 90 is 5, 91 to 93 is 2. Okay, so the true class boundary. Last time we have mentioned that 76 minus 0.5 or the lower limit minus 0.5, upper limit plus 0.5. So 76 minus 0.5, 75.5. 78 plus 0.5, 78.5. Okay. Then 79 minus 0.5, and then 81 plus 0.5. So what's the reason why we are making this? We are removing the gap between 78 and 79. So as you can see, 78.5, 78.5, there's no gap already. Next, so if we're going to continue that, we have this one. Okay, now our CM, our midpoint, 76, 77, 78. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So we have 77. This one, 80. Ayan, so plus 3 again, we have there. 83, 86, 89, 92. Again, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Next, less than CF. What is our first number here again? Okay, our first frequency. 6. Then after getting 6, we add, okay, 10. 6 plus 10 is 16. 16 plus 13, 29. 29 plus 4, 33. 33 plus 5, 38. 38 plus 2, 40. Again, our ending number is the total population. Next, we get this 40, we put it there. Then 40 minus 6, 34. 34 minus 10, 24. 24 minus 13, 11. 11 minus 4, 7. 7 minus 5, 2. Again, this 2 here is the same again. There. So that's how to create the frequency distribution table of this data. Having the frequency distribution table, we can now solve for the mean, median mode of the group data. So let's start with the mean. What's the formula again for the mean? The summation of the frequency times CM, or this one. Then we divide it by N. So we have 6 times 77, 10 times 80, 13 times 83, 4 times 86, 5 times 89, 2 times 92 divided by 90. So something like this. Okay. And then using our calculator, we can now have 82.85. So, giving the interpretation of this, thus 82.85 is the average prelim grade of the 40 criminology students in mathematics. So that's how we are going to get the mean. Next one, we go for the median. Median meaning middle. So we divide the total distribution divided by 2. We have 20. Then after that one, we count where 20 is. 6 plus 10, 16. 16 plus 13, we can find our median class in this row. Okay? Okay. So we have here the formula. Median is equal to the lower median limit plus C times N over 2 minus the frequency before of the less than CF divided by the frequency of the median itself. Okay, so again, N divided by 2 is 20. So we have 82 to 84 as our median class. Okay, now we have to locate these ones. So what is our lower median? 81.5. What is our C? That is 3. What is the frequency before? That is 16. Okay? And then then we have 13. Okay? As the frequency. Okay, so we have here 81.5 plus 3 as our C. 40 total number of observation divided by 2 minus frequency before for the less than CF, 16 divided by 13. Okay? Using your calculator, equals 81.5 plus 0.92. Okay, so in using your calculator, you do this first. 40 divided by 2. Whatever the answer, minus 16. Whatever the answer, divided by 13. Whatever the answer, multiply by 3. So we got 0.92. Then 81.5. So our answer then is 82.42. So our representation or our interpretation is, thus half of the students got grades lower than 82.42 and the other half got higher than 82.42. So that is for the median. Let's go for the mode. You might want to pause this video first and solve for it, and then compare your answer. Okay. For the mode, the definition again is the most frequent. So looking at this, what is the number that is most frequent? That is 13. Okay. So we have 13. So we have here our formula. And then, having this will be our data. we are going to substitute now our number. So that the modal CI is 82 to 84, since this is the CI which contains the highest frequency. Okay, so which is 13. And then we have this. Now we are going to locate 81.5 is this. Yung tree natin is this. The C, the one that we computed a while ago. Then frequency of the mode is 13 minus frequency before 10. Okay? Divided by 2 times the frequency of the mode again is 13 minus the frequency before, which is 10, minus the frequency after, which is 4. Okay, so that's how we got our data then. And then using your calculator again, just compute. Okay, so 13 minus 10, whatever the answer, we divide it by the answer here. Whatever the answer for this one, we multiply it by 3. That's how we got 0.75. Okay? So we have 82.25. So how are we going to interpret this? Most of the students got scores close to 82.25 from the word most. Okay? So here's your activity again. So in a long band paper, put all your activities there with all the margins and everything. And the last activity that is encoded, but for this, you are going to write it handwritten. Okay, solve for the mean, median, and mode of the given problem. This is the ungrouped data. Next, given the data, construct frequency distribution table by showing complete solution. Solve for the mean, median, and mode. Interpret also your answers. So the following data, we have A. Okay, that would be. And then B. And then we have C.